Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for turning into your love read. Sorry, I thought I dropped something. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For the supportive oracle cards, Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Okay. Already shuffled. We're going to do relationship first, single second, and let's see what we have. So that's a little, okay. This, that, and this. Okay, so problems, there's problems. But it's not, I don't know, how bad is this actually? Because your partner seems a little bit distorted. Their love of something or someone is distorting their view. And you got karma on its side a little bit. Behind here is the Queen of Cups. You got the Angel of Love, and then you got the karma card on its side like this. This is all your partners going into this situation, which is telling me they're not really understanding what's happening. I'm getting kind of like, this is one of those things where, and this is for Sagittarius, but I don't know why I'm going to go there, but I know a couple Cancers like this where they have rose-colored glasses for the people they care about. They can be, the people they care about can be the most biggest screw-ups. But when they decide that they're a friend or that they care about that person, they overlook a lot. There's a couple I know, not all Cancers. I don't know why I'm pulling into that so strongly. But when I'm connecting into your partner that's like that type of energy, like something isn't right around them. And they're looking at something or someone, and they're allowing something that's not right and trying to make sense of it, and they're distorted. Their view is distorted. They're trying to make excuses for this or that, and they're just trying to look at something better than it actually is. It's through the eyes of love, but it's jaded. It's very jaded. It's very distorted. And I'm getting the challenge card for them is the Ten of the Ten of Wands. This is the challenge card. It's very hard and stressful for them to see whatever it is, a person or a thing, whatever they're looking at, and see the truth of it. For some people, this is situational. There's a situation they love a lot, and it's failing or it's not doing well. But they don't want to believe that's happening, so they're seeing it through rose-colored glasses. And it's very stressful to look at that situation for the truth that it is, that it's headed for a really bad moment. More than likely, it's a person they're looking at, but just to give that reference. This is the challenge card, though, for them to really look at the situation for how it really is, but that's really difficult for them. That's the Ten of Wands. They can do it, but it's really hard. It's really difficult because when they like something or someone and they want to see the best of it, it's hard for them to see around it. It doesn't have to be a Cancer person. For some reason, there's a Cancer I know that I like a lot that is a great person. But I've noticed them do this a couple times, and I can't even convince them that they're doing that. That's how strong it is. Because they'll make an excuse for that person that they like so much. Now, you are looking at this situation. You got the Strength card here, the Angel of Strength, backing you up. And you got the Five of Cups. You understand your partner's... This is why this is hard. You understand where your partner's standing. You get their viewpoint and their devotion and all the other good stuff. Like you get it. But you're like no, you got to see the truth of what's happening here. Like this isn't good for anybody to pretend this is better than it is. The thing is they're not pretending. They really do think it's better than it is. That's the problem. And you're holding it together. You're trying to show the truth. You're trying to navigate around it in spite of your partner because you're like, no, you're a little off with this. And I feel like this Five of Cups is saying you're not happy about it. And you might even be in a spot where you're really trying to understand, like, what are you thinking? Why do you not see what's really happening here? And I see you actually charging in with the Knight of Wands and then evolving into the Hierophant. Kind of like you're charging in, trying to like, wait a minute, wake up. No, look what you're looking at. And I feel like you're coming in quickly, like thinking you're going to wake them up to what's going on. And then you're like, you're realizing like they're just not connecting the way you're explaining it. They're just like, no, or they have excuses, or there's always a reason. Like, no, you're not seeing this right. This is what's happening. They're like trying to tell you, no, this is what's really happening. No, that's not really that bad. No, give this a chance. And you're like, listen, it's in black and white right here. It's like looking at a China set and saying it's all been smashed. And they're like, no, it's salvageable. You're like, there isn't enough glue in the world. That's your viewpoint. Not enough glue in the world to make this work out. And they're like, no, there's still pieces that are salvageable. It's not all that bad. They're still usable. Maybe we can make something else out of it. And you're like, no. You're like, no, this will never be the same. And I feel like you're trying to understand, more about what they're doing, what's going on. Oh my gosh, my nose is losing my mind. You're trying to understand why they're doing this. And you're trying to get a better viewpoint. But you're quickly realizing, like, they're just really not connecting to it the way you're connecting to it. And you got the adjacent possibilities moving into the Hierophant. And I don't know. I feel you being kind of stuck here, quite frankly. I feel you stuck. You're having a hard time convincing them, like, of what you're seeing. Literally, they're standing against it. They're just like, no, that's not what's happening. No, it's better than you think. They're telling you it's better than you think. And you're like, no, it really isn't. I just feel like this gets to the point where the challenge card is the King of Wands, or the King of Swords for you. It's just kind of like, the King of Swords says what he means. He says it with authority. He says it with purpose. True. Don't get caught up in the gender of this card, of course. But, this person also, this is your card, your challenge card, is like, there just comes a part where you're just like, I'm having no effect. I'm making myself dizzy. I'm talking to myself blue in the face here. It's just not going to work. So the challenge card here is to just kind of back down from it, because the reason you're going to back down from it is because there is no win. You really can't win this. The Five of Swords is the fruitless win. You can be technically right and prove it left and right, prove it to your cross-eyed. But it doesn't matter. The other person is just, nope. What would actually help you with this situation, because of the way it's going, their advice is to just abstain from the conversation, know what's really happening, and just move on. At this point, they're saying just to move on from it, because there seems to be no negotiation. Your partner is not going to admit that there's anything. They're not going to accede to it. They get the Fool card in their spiritual spot. They're optimistic. They're like, no, everybody has a bad moment. No, it's better than it looks. But what I am also noticing is where they're standing. They're very tied to this situation. They got community here, but they also have the Nine of Swords. You have had an effect. They did hear you. While they're not agreeing with you verbally, they got it. They heard the message, and you did make a good point. But as soon as you make this point, and they do feel bad about it, and they're like, you kind of have a point, they're connected with the community aspect, the whole, how they feel about it. They don't want to feel that way. They don't want to see it that way. You did make an effect, but as soon as you make that effect and you make a point, they're looking for ways to get around it. They're looking for different possibilities. Well, maybe this person needs this, or maybe this situation needs that. Maybe it can be fixed this way. Maybe it can be fixed that way. They're diehard with this. And they're just trying to find other ways to get around it. This is why they're saying just to let it go. They're on their own track. They have to learn something with this situation. You need to let them learn what they need to learn. By trying to force them or trying to help, you're just driving yourself crazy. It's not going to make anything better. They're on their own track. They're going to have to finish out that race. And when they do, I got a weird feeling here that it's going to be a rough ending to this race. And when they look back, I feel like it's one of those things, like, and I feel like it might be a pattern thing, looking at the end of it going, oh my gosh, how did I not know? Meanwhile, you're standing to the side, like, how did you not know? I told you 50 times. And they're like, I had no clue. And you're like, how did you not? You had a clue, I told you. Like, it's just one of those patterns where when they're in it, they see the best of somebody or something, and they can't get out of it. It's not till it's over, said and done, and it's no way out, that they get a chance to move on to it, or move on from it. That's your moment to say, remember when we were saying, remember when I kept telling you? And they're like, well, yeah, but I didn't know it was that bad. I don't know. How else could I have told you it was that bad? Because I feel like this is what this is going to end up as. You have to step out, let them finish off their race. When they're done, as in the situation fails, whatever it is, that's when you step forward and they're looking at the situation bewildered, and they're like, I had no idea. And you're kind of like the sounding system or the soundboard, whatever, going, well, I don't know if that's exactly true. And they're like, no, I had no idea. And you're like, well, I told you ad nauseum to the point where I just had to walk away because you weren't hearing me. And they're like, what are you talking about? And you bring up literally what you said, like, well, I remember you saying it, but I didn't think you meant it that bad. How do I need to say it then? Because I told you. I feel that coming forward. Like, this is going to be, when it's all said and done, you trying to help your partner, like, see the truth of the situation and showing and reminding them, no, I told you. I told you many times, and you negated it out, and you didn't want to believe it. You were so hell-bent that it was not that way, and I tried to tell you. And I feel like this is that moment at the end. It's after it's done, that hopefully you kind of have an effect on them where they realize, you know what, next time you come towards them like this, they really, really need to listen because you're trying to help them. To be fair, everybody goes through these moments. There's no one's better than anybody in these type of situations, in my opinion, because there's always something we're all lacking in something. So this is your chance to help them. So I'm not trying to make it seem like, you know, high and mighty or anything, but this is what you need to do to help them is what I'm getting. And I feel like this is frustrating, but the whole point of this reading is it's telling you don't make yourself sick over it. Make your point well. Once you know you're heard, step back and let them do what they got to do. And this, when it's all said and done, let them know you tried to help them and they weren't having it. And then hopefully the next time around it goes better, because there will be a next time around. Definitely. All right, I think we're good with that. All right, let's see what we got for single Sagittarians. Single Sagittarians is what we got next. What do we have for single Sagittarians? Messages for single Sagittarians. What do we have for single Sagittarians? Messages for single Sagittarians. A little bit more. I have to say, I do like these cards. They shuffle so well. Single Sagittarians, okay. Oh, there's a double. Don't know what's behind that one, but we'll find out. One more card. We'll see. Shuffle these. I don't know about the ending, I gotta be honest, but we'll find out. Is it this time of year? I've had a couple good ones, haven't I? I think so. In this segment, I think I had some good single love reads, but I'm like, I don't know about this one. It seems like this is... I had another one. I don't know who it was. If it was Scorpio, had a similar type of ending. I'm not sure. Doorway to value. So something, this is kind of an investment feel here, I gotta be honest with you. Doorway to value, it really makes me feel like there's something of great value here emotionally. I'm feeling emotional. I know there's, you know, all sorts of money references on that card, but I feel emotionally banking in here. And emotional asset is what I'm getting. I gotta say, I put out, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 oracle cards. There's one that's a little rough, and it went with the other rough cards. It hit right there, so I'm like, they're not kidding about this ending, so we'll find out where we're going. Now, coming into the situation, when you look back, the person who's coming toward you, because somebody is approaching you, when you're looking back, though, this what you know of this person is that they're a very giving person. So this looks good for you in the beginning, at this point at least. Because what you know of this person, what I'm getting is what you know of this person, however it is of a very giving aspect. So when I'm seeing this come in, it feels good. It's kind of like, well, you know, if this person's approaching me and they're a very giving person, that's not a bad thing. And they're coming to you very, very direct, but like when I'm getting the Knight of Swords, is like It's almost like a lawyer pleading their case. Like, we should do some stuff together. We should hang out and get to know each other. It's very respectful. It's very on point. There's nothing inappropriate about this. It's very comfortable, actually, is what I'm getting. It's not overly passionate, but it is to the point, and it's comfortable. It feels nice. It feels nice. Just because it's not passionate the way they're coming toward you doesn't mean there's not passion there. Don't get me wrong. But it feels very cordial, diplomatic, I want to say. Very nice. And your response is the Queen of Cups. What do you have behind that? The Ace of Swords. You don't say as much as you want to say. I feel like there's a lot going on here. There's a lot coming towards you. You have a lot you'd like to say back. For whatever reason, I don't see you saying it back. These two cards together are telling me you got a lot of thoughts, a lot on your mind, a lot you'd like to say. But with the Queen trumping it, and she's very good at like keeping her lips shut. If she doesn't want to talk, she won't talk. If she don't want to, she ain't going to. That's definitely the Queen of Cups in my opinion. If she doesn't want to say something, she will not. The thing is, you do want to say something, but for some reason you're deciding not to. Even though you want to, the urge is there to say something, you're making the decision. You're making the conscious decision to not say it. So you're in control of this. These two cards are very empowering. I see the Queen of Cups as extremely empowered. So, and don't get caught up in the gender, no matter what gender you are. This is representing, that Sagittarian energy. I don't want to say something, but I have a lot to say. It's very interesting. So you're kind of like, I feel like you're very, especially with the Queen of Cups, you're very taken by this thought. And you're very much the Four of Wands in your thoughts. Like, you're thinking, you know what? This could be the one. Whatever the one means for you. Whatever the one means for you. This could be the one I stick with. But you're like, I'm just going to keep that to myself for right now. Let's just see how this plays out. But you do want to go back with the same intensity, but you're deciding to abstain. It's very strong with that. But you're very happy about this. It's all good. It's all good. You're enjoying this. You feel very respected, very honored. You're being treated very well. It's not overly passionate, but it's very respectful. And I feel like this is really working for you. Really working for you. Now, these two cards at the top are very interesting. One is the World. Karma, I believe, is usually the Judgment card in most tarot decks. So I feel like this is kind of like, this is how you're feeling about this. Like, I'm going into a whole new phase. This is Judgment in my favor. You both seem to be feeling this way. So it seems to be like the two of you are locking in pretty quickly, except not officially. Like, you're emotionally feeling it, but it's not being said, and it's not actually happening, but you're feeling like, I think I'm gonna lock in with this one. Now, this feels fast. This next part feels really fast. I'm getting you have a lot of optimism here with the Star card, and the Goddess of the Moon is telling me you're kind of feeling it. It may be moon glow, though. The moon reads different ways for me depending on a situation. In this situation, when I'm saying moon glow, it's kind of like having that lover's moon, that lover's like, oh my God, this is wonderful. But moon glow fades. Like when the moon goes down, the feeling goes with it. That's kind of how that feels, in my opinion. And you got the Star card, though, is like you're all sorts of inspired about this. So when it comes forward to the next spot, and it's coming quick. The door to romance is coming quick. Like, it doesn't take long. You're locking together pretty quick. You're coming together very fast. Things seem to be jumping off really, really quick. And I'm actually, that's the Eight of Wands over there. But when they have the Seven of Wands with the way how they're coming at it, they're going right towards the situation, but it's very much mirroring, for me right now, the Eight of Wands energy. Like, it's coming in quick, and they're the ones coming towards you quick. They've got the cornucopia and the man holding a heart, which don't get caught up in the gender, but this is somebody who knows exactly how they feel, exactly what they want, presenting it very analytically. I'm getting a very analytical feel with this person for some reason. But they do have a lot of passion for you, and they have all these, they have a lot to give to this situation. They do have an extreme amount to give to the situation. You, the whole shebang. And they're coming in quick, and they're overcoming adversity. They're overcoming objection, but just becoming, it feels really intense, but I feel like it's working. This time around, you're liking it, because the intenseness comes in at the right time. And this person has been winning you over anyway, is what I'm getting. And now we hit the ending, which is the rough spot, which I've been alluding to the whole time. Only one of these cards would be considered not bad. You got the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Storm Warning. I don't know if it's as well. Here's what I'm getting, honestly. This person you're getting involved with, the very giving person, has a lot going on. I feel like they got their spoon in a lot of soups, in the sense of like they're helping out a lot of things. I feel like they might be easily stretched thin, and I do feel like they're a good person, but I feel like they're involved in a lot of debauchery, trying to fix it though. They're trying to make things better, and they get involved in situations that are just ridiculous, is what I'm getting. It feels like just flat out lunacy. But they're trying to make things better, they're trying to fix things, they're trying to help people they care about, it just feels like it's one of those people who has to save the world. It feels like a save the world person to me. And I know it's a general read, but that's what I'm feeling here. This is a lot. Now, it's ironic these are rough cards. Two of them are anyway. But I don't see it like it's not, how do I put this? The Five of Pentacles is like, they're involved in so much that you're not seeing them as much as you'd like to. They're not connecting with you as much as they'd like to because they're torn in so many different directions. And it just kind of, you're considered a good thing, something they enjoy doing, and they feel like they have to do the responsibilities before they can enjoy life. So for that reason, you're shortchanged because you're considered a pleasure. They love to be around you, and they feel like I have to do the work before I can enjoy pleasure. So it puts you on the back burner. It puts you last on the list. Not really the best idea for that person. That's not a good idea, but that seems to be what's happening. The Seven of Cups is saying, trying to find a way to work it out. Trying to look at all the different ways, and I feel you literally getting involved with some of these things. Some of these things this person is involved in, you're trying to help too. Initially, in an effort to get closer to them or spend more time with them. The Storm Warning is what they're warning you of. Literally, it's a warning. If you get your hand in these situations, or you get involved in the same situations this person's already involved in, it's a crap show. It's a crap show, and it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be enjoying time with your potential partner, or maybe partner at this point, because this is at the end of the reading. They're saying it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's flat out lunacy at times. I'm getting lunacy. Like, it's over the top, way over the top. The person you're interested in, that's interested in you, is a good person. And I don't feel like they are the ones creating this debauchery, but they're knee-deep in it, trying to fix it. And I just feel like it's one of those situations that just feeds on itself. It just keeps going and going. If you get too deep in it, you're going to get sucked right in with it, just like they are. It's just a Storm Warning. It's warning you, if you get involved and try to help, you're going to get sucked right in it. It's a debauchery. It's a debauchery. Depending on your situation, I don't know, you might want to, I don't know. This person might actually just need you in their life to start, in a sense to like give them a better idea about what the heck they're getting involved with, and finding a way to change things. Because I'm feeling like, something isn't right here. Like they need to see things a little more truthful for the way they are. I feel like most of you are still going to get involved in this ridiculousness, and I feel like you're going to try to help this potential partner see the truth about what they're dealing with, and kind of showing them, for every one mess you fix for this person, that one over there makes 2. When you fix that person's messes, this one over here makes 4. And when you fix that person's messes, this person over here makes 5, because you can't depend on it going in 2s. And I feel like you're trying, that might be what you're coming into, and you might have to help them like step back and be like, listen, it's great that you help people, but you need to help people who want to help themselves. You can't just be running around cleaning up messes when you have, basically, it's like dealing with children, especially little babies, like when they throw things off the chair or off the table, and it's a game, they just want to see how many times you'll do it. You know what I mean? It's getting like that. You might have to point that out to this person. That might be something that has to be fixed before a relationship can actually start. Or it has to be at least addressed to see if it can be fixed before a relationship can actually start. And that's where we're ending. All right. thank you very much for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, I could send you my pricing list. Maybe you can find, maybe something better for you will help happen at the end of here. Go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.